Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. So I think we're going to head out into the Weald today on this mission. We don't really need a second Eldritch Killing Incense, but I was looking at our heirlooms and the things we're going to need in the near future. And I think portraits are at a premium, and unfortunately what we're really looking for is portraits and deeds, mostly. And unfortunately none of the other missions had portraits or deeds available. So this is where we're going. Taking out a party of mostly people that we've used before, but I have redesigned them a little bit. Siochis now has his Blackjack available, as well as Cry Havoc, which he did not have unlocked before. This can be very useful. Dismas is pretty much the same as he has been. And then I've converted Fairfax into a little bit more of a backline Vestal by unlocking Dazzling Light, her back row stun skill, and Divine Comfort, which heals the entire party, but for a pretty small amount. It does, however, have a chance of critting on every person that you use it on, so sometimes it can really get you out of a jam, and it's not bad as just hey, let's fish for crits to pull people's stress down sort of thing. And we're bringing the new guy. I don't know what his deal is, but let's find out. I did notice that one of his camp skills raises his stress by 40, so clearly he has some kind of weird gimmicky thing with stress or something. There's some characters that have kind of like weird, unique mechanics that are not explained anywhere on this character sheet. The Antiquarian is another good example of this. So I think the only way we're going to figure out what this dude's deal is by actually working with him. So let's bring our standard... By the way, shift click buys a whole stack. Thank you for helping me out with that. I've been away from the game a long time. I don't know. That didn't used to work. So we're going into the Weald. We probably want to bring some medicinal herbs. I'm trying to remember what else is important out here. Oh, I think I always bring an extra shovel to the Weald. I don't know for sure that obstacles occur more often, but it sure feels like they do. And I guess we'll bring, like, bandages and holy water? Yeah, good enough. Whatever, man. Anti-venom? I know stuff shoots poison at you, so yeah, whatever. Let's bring 2 anti-venoms. Who cares about gold efficiency? The answer is everybody. Everybody should care about gold efficiency. In descending order, I think the most important things in the game are your XP, then your gold, then your heirlooms. Heirlooms are important, but you'll get enough of them.
Corruption has soaked the soil, sapping all good life from these groves.
Ominous. Good start, though. Okay, so you can see we revealed 2 obstacles already. I'm so glad I brought 2 shovels. And a couple of people have been reporting some minor video stutter in the comments. I'm sorry about that, guys. I have no idea what's causing it. It seems to be intermittent, which is Listen, as a guy who has worked in software development, I can tell you, the only kind of problems you will ever have are intermittent problems, and they're always the worst. Alright, we just have to clear all the room battles. So, I don't know that I need to clear this obstacle, because we can see this room is empty, but we don't know what's in this room. I'm going to hope that we get a scout after we finish this off. So Siochis has his Blackjack. I love the Blackjack. It looks like it maybe has a bigger damage penalty than it used to have. That would be fine. It was completely bananas before. So yeah, it only does 2 to 3 damage now. Honestly, I think I'm not going to do it. I think, let's throw a dog at somebody. Dog toss successful. Okay, so what's this guy's deal? He can punch someone for 3 to 6 damage and leave a 4-point bleed on them? Really? That's just, it seems very good. I mean, okay. Yeah, that seems bananas, dude. Alright. I think we're in a good position here for Grape Shot, since if it hits this guy, it will definitely kill him. We can get some bonus damage off on everybody else, unless we miss, completely miss. Well, obviously we want to finish the ectoplasm off.
Their formation is broken.
Let's not have him taking a turn. Okay, and this dude is now dead. He'll bleed out at the beginning of his next turn, even though he doesn't have blood. And here's the thing. You can see part of what makes these slimes dangerous is that they reproduce. They make more slimes. Man, Dismas is having a tough time contributing today.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
Everybody pet my dog. just in the middle of this life or death combat situation, he starts screaming about how people need to be nice to his dog. Sorry, I guess I'm in a little bit of a silly mood today. You're dead, right? Yeah. So we could go for the dig for a finishing blow here, or we could just heal Dismas under the expectation that we will kill this guy next round before his turn comes up. I think that's a pretty likely situation. His speed is 1. So let's just go ahead and throw out some heals. I think this is a 0 penalty thing to do.
This is how a life is taken.
Yeah, there we go. I was kind of hoping Dismas was gonna not quite kill him, but leave a lethal bleed on him.
This momentum. Push on
All
to
right.
the task's end.
So now we have a choice. We can push up into this room and see if there's a battle over here. If it turns out that there is an obstruction in one of these hallways, if there is a battle here, and also there's an obstruction in one of these hallways, and also there is a shovel on the other side of the obstruction, it's better for us to go left than up. If there's no extra shovel and there is an obstruction, it doesn't matter which way we go. At some point we have to suffer. If there's another obstruction and no shovel and no room battle, we'll feel like a total ass if we go up. But if we go all the way over here and it turns out we still need to go back for a battle, that's going to introduce a lot of backtracking. Yeah, you know what? We already found 1 extra torch. I bet we'll be fine. So I don't know. So far this Flagellant dude just seems really good. Treasure ahead, I'd wager. Yeah. You should not dig up graves with your bare hands. That's both video game advice and real life advice. Listen, I'm here to help you guys in any way I can. And one of the things that I hope, if this Let's Play series has any effect on you at all, I hope it reminds you that you generally should not dig up graves with your bare hands. This tree can have really gross sap in it. Do we use the anti-venom to counter that? We do. Find more stuff in the tree if you have some anti-venom. Look at that, it's all coming back to me. It's flooding back. Let's keep... There's a hotkey for that. It's probably T. I know there's a button that just uses a torch. Well, that is a battle. So you're going to have to fight 3 times in real quick succession here. I have faith. I believe in me. I believe in the me that believes in me, anyway. It is, in fact, T. Okay, here you definitely want to bandage your hands before digging through gross corpse muck. And then discard those bandages immediately. You may have a natural urge to shove the bandages into your mouth. They will look delicious. Don't do that. Another great medical tip from SB. Yeah, dog toss. Get him. Does the dog have a name? We haven't named this dog yet. We should name that dog. That dog is the hero of the party. Okay, so these guys are pretty vulnerable to bleeds. Oh, no! Oh, you know what we did not need is a 3rd person with the Crimson Curse. Ew, you can see the guy's head under there for a moment when they lift their horrifying maw up to attack us. So he can steal people's bleeds and give himself 30% prot. That's useful, not the thing to do right now. I mean, I think we want to just lay these dudes out as fast as possible, right? And they're vulnerable to bleeds. We have a nice strong bleed. What is the base chance on his bleed? 100? Yeah, it's not bad. Okay, so this thing's going to bleed for 4. If I shoot it with Judgment, I will not get anywhere near a kill. But also, my stun's not going to work. He has so much stun resistance that it has a negative 50% chance of working. I don't even know what that means in practical terms. Yeah, I guess just shoot him. Let's try to do enough damage to him that... Okay, he gets 1 turn. And then he'll bleed out before the next turn. Every time I see predigestion, I think it says prestidigitation. I initially read it as prestidigitation. Okay. Yes, my hero is blighted, that's true. How bad is it? You are going to take 4 more points of damage from your blight. I am not going to spend an anti-venom on that. I'd rather use it to get loot. Sorry, Dismas. You're just going to have to deal. Now, one thing that hasn't come up a lot yet so far, but probably will end up coming up a lot with this party, is that an enemy that dies because of bleed or blight will not leave a corpse. I'm not sure why that's the case, but it is. And it may end up being relevant here. So we should probably hit Reign of Sorrows, right? This guy's on... No, it would have to do 2 damage to him to actually kill him. I really want to make use of multi-target attacks. I always feel like multi-target attacks are a really good way to go. We could have Colear steal the Blight off of Dismas, but I really think we should just hit this guy one more time. Deny him a turn. And then there's no way I get a stun off. Yeah, I mean, just reduce the number of enemy attacks by reducing their health. These guys are slow enough that this is probably the last time he'll get to hit us. Oh my god. So we haven't had a huge amount of engagement with this whole Crimson Curse mechanic, but I'm really worried. Okay, please don't let the Flagellant go next. Alright, so... Oh, you can't cry Havoc from this spot. I have us in the wrong arrangement. Actually, they could switch spots without... Oh no, he needs to be in spot 2 for Blackjack. Okay, I need to switch up your skills. So I don't really want him to attack. I want to let the Flagellant finish it off, because I'm hoping that the Vestal will get a turn. So why don't you just heal yourself, I guess? Come on. Yes, alright. Get that free heal. And then our Flagellant is very likely to go first. Oh well. Or he'll bleed to death, that's also fine.
Unforgiving.
I'm not going to use an anti-venom for 4 damage. Alright, at least these enemies are only trying to kill us. I feel a lot more confident dealing with that. The bleed is 1 point per round. So this will kill on an 8 or a 9, effectively. It's not that great. I might just give a stun. I think if I'm just going to stun, though... Oh no, I can't stun the maggots. That's ridiculous. Yeah, if I'm just going to throw a stun, let's stun the spider out. The maggots, do stress damage, which was my primary concern here. And it doesn't even matter really which one I target. My party has very few targeting restrictions. Alright, let's see. If the Flagellant goes before this thing does, then we're basically guaranteed to kill it. Okay. And I don't think we get attacked at all during this combat. So how much speed? You have 4 speed, so actually... Never mind, he has 4 speed and he rolled really well. Oh, man. He probably kills it if I attack. I'm gonna intentionally not do anything with his turn. Damn it.
Continue the onslaught.
Ah. I needed him not to do full damage. I was trying to get another free turn out of my Vestal. Okay, let's swap this up before I forget. So we can throw out Target Whistle, which marks the target and reduces their prot, or Hound's Harry, which hits everybody for a very small amount and also bleeds them. Marking is not super valuable with this team. I think Highwayman... Okay, the Highwayman does do bonus damage against marked, but it's not very much. And the Houndmaster himself does... Yeah, that's sensible. If we run into something relatively tough, which I don't think we will, given how early in the game we are, that'll turn out to be useful. Why don't we just feed the poor Highwayman? We have a lot of food. Should be fine. Alright, if we're lucky, this will be the last room battle. So these guys are a little bit more dangerous. They have 33% prot, but they're not particularly resistant to stuns. And Blackjack has a 125% base stun chance. It's one of the... There's basically like 3 classes of stuns, but this is the strong stun class. So the question is... Who am I more worried about? These guys punch pretty hard, but these guys shoot blight at you and also can mark you, and these dudes have bonus damage versus marked. So I think I'm more worried about the artillery. Let us deny this one his turn. I have to say, that attack feels a lot less impressive now that it seems to do less damage. Well, let's let him have it. Oh no! Bleed didn't land. Okay, well we just have to get him with one attack next turn. I was really hoping we'd be able to get through that without having to use everybody's turn, though. Ooh. Not really that much damage, but never like to see that crit. Alright, so you have 2 health. This seems like a fine time for a Grape Shot Blast, assuming that it hits anyone at all. Okay. Unfortunately, you cannot blackjack the guy in the back row, and I do still think it's right to get rid of the artillery. So let's chuck a dog at him real fast. You know, it's that classic fantasy character archetype of the dog chucker. In the modern canon, obviously, he has been replaced with the dog welder. So we could Rain of Sorrows. It's going to do 1 damage, and then put a 2-point bleed on him. You know, I think we're better off just setting up a big bleed on these guys. We will trust the ranged members of the party to handle this. Okay, that was nice. He does actually still have to be hit again, because the bleed that is on him is so incredibly weak. See, that attack critting really doesn't even do anything, except just the extra stress. Inspiration and improvement, what? Okay, so he gets a big damage buff when he's injured. I guess that makes sense, he's a Flagellant. I see what they're going for here. Careful, boy, don't get any of that stuck in your teeth. That's not going to turn out well for you. So I should heal him, right? But, like... if I take him over his threshold, the buff's going to fall off, right? Well, the buff might not fall off, but it won't be effective anymore. Also, his hand is constantly dripping blood, I just noticed, which is a cool touch. Still, I should heal him. I'm not going to get him back over 38% with a single heal, and it would be a real bummer to have him die. Okay, so this only works when he's below 50%. We answered that question. I'm going to hit somebody. You know, 4 points of bleed on you. So if the bleed lands, this is lethal? Okay. Yeah, he has 8 points of bleed stacked up. This dude's concerned that his heart's gonna burst. Listen, Dismas, we're gonna take care of you. I want you to trust me. I know you heard me earlier say that you have a disease that none of us know anything about. Okay, he heals everybody else when he goes to Death's Door? Death's Door, plus 5 accuracy, plus 20% damage, plus 2 speed. In addition to the bonus damage from this. Okay. I get it. I see this guy's whole weird deal now. I'm still healing him. Right, like we go... for this? Man, that's really powerful. And then, like... this guy's weird. I like him, but he's weird. So if I hit you, you're dead. This is maybe a little cheesy. Well, let's fish for some time to heal people. I know you want to be all messed up, but I'd really like it if you didn't die. Yeah, the Flagellant seems like a really cool risk-reward type character. I've always enjoyed those kinds of dudes, even though I often end up not using them because, you know, consistency is valuable. Alright, so this guy dies on his turn. We have until then to heal everybody. Should I try to leave him injured enough that he could, like, go off at any moment? I'm wondering if it would be better to just group heal here. Yeah. Okay, this guy can no longer do anything other than fight, and if he gets a killing blow, he at least gets a little bit of stress relief, possibly. Oh, hey, we found some blood. Nice.
At least promises success.
I brought a key. It's okay. I don't know how my family's chest got out here, but it's fine. I brought a key. No scouting info. Well. Oh, man. If we break this obstacle down and there's no fight in this room, I'm going to feel like a total idiot. Let's go. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it. I feel bad. It's a bad feel that I have right now. Of all the feels that I have ever had, this one is clearly the worst. I'm also not digging into that grave with my bare hands. Room battle? No. Damn it. Alright, well, this is going to be exciting. We're going to have to do this final battle in a little bit of a state. And the Flagellant is definitely going to have to get some manual stress reduction. We're also not going to be able to do it in full light. Right, we only have one torch left. So we'll probably be in this part of the torchometer. I mean, given that it's the last fight, I almost wonder if I should just go ahead and snuff the light entirely. I don't know. I guess we're already injured. Some of us are very low level. Okay, we cannot sustain another hunger event, so hopefully that was the last one of those.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Yeah, here comes the bad part. 20 stress for everybody. I think they reduced the amount of damage that deals, though. I think it used to be a great deal harsher. I don't remember what bad things can happen to you, but just dig in there. Just dig in there, see what happens. Whatever. Blight, he's fine. We'll take it. Oh, hey. Interactable tree thing. I have a thing for that. Oh, I guess I can probably just... I should have done this before he took any ticks. I can totally just de-blight him. We're probably not going to need that. That's not that big of a deal, really. We can totally just fight like this. So the ectoplasm dies first so that we don't get any reproduction stuff going on. He has a point of bleed on him. There's a small chance that Grape Shot Blast will do the job. Let's just take the pistol shot. Okay, the pistol shot also didn't do the job. But whatever, he's got to die. It's too important. And now, Koliar here, unfortunately not completely in his element while fighting skeletons. Also, I don't know if I've mentioned, but these guys, the Bone Rattle, they are significantly the worst enemies in the game. I mean, by a lot. Never have to be too worried about the Bone Rattle. Yeah, let's go ahead and take this moment to just do some healing. Yeah, this guy seems really powerful. I like him a lot. Now, you please stop doing stuff. We could have just killed him, but there was also a chance that somebody's attack would miss, and, you know, no reason to get punched unnecessarily, right?
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
You know what? If we're gonna do this in the dark, let's do this in the dark. I have no fear or sense of self-preservation. Okay, I like that one less. You dashing forward doesn't seem like it would help us very much. I don't know, just start carving up spiders. Come on, land that bleed. Alright, one down. I think it makes sense. So these guys, the webbers, have a debuff thing that they do. They shoot web at you, you might guess from their name, which can stun you and also can mark you. And then the spitters have bonus damage against marked targets, I believe. So maybe let's just not endure any webbings. Alright, let's see if we can get lucky and bring one of these backline spiders down before we get attacked. No such luck. Yeah, and in the dark they're going to hit us pretty hard. But think of all of the treasure, man. And I think the only thing we're going to be able to... Ooh, ow. I think the only thing we're going to be able to do on the Flagellant's turn is move him. Yeah. But I think he can do all of his stuff from the second row. Your stun resistance is up to 65. We still have better than a coin flip chance of landing the blackjack. But let's just go ahead and blackjack somebody else. Okay, 4. That's not bad.
Be gone, fiend.
The Houndmaster's new thirst for blood has not distracted him from the most important thing in his life. Okay, I do believe we have won. I cannot imagine them making it back from this. Unfortunately, we ended up getting quite a lot of stress during this final combat. Okay, we got him. It's over. We did it. Unfortunately, you can't lick wounds. Let's see if we can get a turn from the Vestal. And we'll just go for a crit heal on the Houndmaster. Health is irrelevant because we're about to leave the dungeon. Hey, we got it. Cool. Bring his stress down a little bit. I think he's at a level of stress where I would feel okay bringing him into a dungeon.
Success so clearly in view.
Hold up. We have a thing here.
Trick of the light.
Hey, Dismas. Pour some holy water on this. Oh. He poured holy water on a random thing we found in the in the Weald, and it made everybody in town forget that he is a cheat. I was kind of hoping it was going to lower his stress level.
The agents of pestilence will yet be driven from our woods.
Seems a little bit odd. I guess he invoked some kind of memory erasing spell. I'm very happy about 10 deeds. That is great. Yeah, honestly, that turned out pretty well. Yes, I leveled up. Thank you. So, Weald Phobe. More stress in the Weald. He's had a bad time here. You are obsessed with cleanliness. You are manic for money, and you do bonus damage when the torchlight is high. That's fine. I mean, Vestals don't do a ton of damage, but they do some.
A ray of sunlight.
Oh.
A beacon of golden hope.
That's cool. Alright. Is Dudley done? Yes, Dudley is finished. Woddard could not achieve a meditative state and has become frustrated. He will no longer give meditation anytime. Vaughn has controlled the urges of his Crimson Curse. For now. And we've gotten our Hellion to stop stealing everything that isn't nailed down. I don't mind if you steal stuff. Just don't steal stuff from me. Alright, so does this allow us to expand our roster? We are not there yet. We need 6 more deeds. Okay. Alright. So let's not spend deeds. What is it? What's the other building that really needs deeds? Is it the blacksmith? Yeah, okay. So we're probably not going to be pushing any blacksmith upgrades until I have roster size sorted out. So let's take care of people in town. First of all, Vaughn needs to do this. Cursed heroes who share the same building or activity as other heroes have a chance to pass the curse on. Okay, so there's a chance if you're sharing the same building and a higher chance if you're sharing the same activity. That's interesting. That's interesting and upsetting. It makes me sad. Okay, yeah. This Crimson Curse thing is going to be a real issue. We have 1 vial of blood. Dismas... Well, Fairfax definitely needs to do something. None of her negative quirks are all that bad, and none of them affect her ability to get stress relief. Who else needs some relief? Dismas does. He no longer has a thing that prevents him from de-stressing anywhere. Kusi is at 35. I think we can roll with 35. 35's okay. I might endeavor to leave her in town 1 more week, but I don't think she needs to be officially de-stressed. Collier needs some love. He also doesn't care where he gets it done. So I'll have these 2, He'll only flagellate, huh? I guess that makes sense. Well, I don't believe that is available. Yeah. Yeah, the caretaker is... I wish they would put quotation marks around enjoying. And there's no way we have enough busts to make that a 2-slot thing. Alright, so we'll just jam Fairfax in here. Fairfax, get nice and drunk. Forget what you have seen. Ready yourself, because you're going to have to go back out there and see it again real soon. And all we have available to us are things that we already have. If we had a new class available, I might boot a duplicate from the roster, but as it is, I think we're okay. Alright, we still don't have our Nomad Wagon yet. We still haven't unlocked districts. I'm not exactly sure what this is. It's something that's from the expansion. I don't know how it unlocks. I assume it'll just be time, you know, sometime after the Nomad Wagon. So, is there anything else that we really want to do right now? So you can see, every time we complete a mission in an area, it gives the area some experience. And once we get enough experience in an area, it will start to spawn bosses for us. The bosses have unique loot, and are worth a lot of XP, and are generally pretty fun to fight. I think there are a lot of cool, well-designed encounters. So I think that is going to be it for today, though. I think we're going to be trying to stick to one run per video, mostly. So come back next time. What looks good to us? These are not great. Boy, oh boy, do we not need another one of those. Busts are not high on my list. This isn't bad. Honestly, we might go back out to the Weald. We still need portraits. An agility whistle wouldn't do us wrong. Yeah, I'll think about it, but we might just be going back out to fight some more fungus guys. And we'll see you then.